I don't necessarily like to play this map, but it just looks so good. This is true Warcraft. It looks insanely good. It just makes me feel good just by watching the tile set and the snow. It's just so good. And then there's a lot of creeps, so you can do a lot of different things. You got a lot of gold. It's just a nice map. I don't know if it's balanced or not, probably not, but... Okay, these guys are rushing the second farm for no reason. Then again, these guys, they just don't care about gold, see? They just don't... They like to mine lumber when they have 4 on gold, which you should never do. And this guy, the blue guy, at least is mining with 5. Pizzataxi, getting his archmage, while purple is getting also an archmage. But he's gonna be behind in gold because he wasted his resources on lumber. And he also made the second farm too early, when you don't really need it. But it's nothing big, you know, it's 700 MMR, so... It's nothing game-breaking. Okay, so what can you do here? When you start, I think you go here, right? I don't remember this Mercamp, because I didn't play this map in years, but I think as human you can just grab 6 militia and 2 footmen and just creep this camp, and then you get the Imba Mercs. So I would just open with the Mercamp, honestly. It's the best opener, I think, here. But they are not doing it. They are 700 MR, so they just go for the safe. This is definitely a mistake. You never want to creep this camp with militia. It's a fucking green camp. You can do it with water elemental and footmen as well. You lose wood for nothing. And this guy is doing it better. He's creeping the green camp only with footmen, as you should do. And see, now he doesn't have the militia to creep the Merc, because he wasted his militia to creep a meaningless green camp. So now he has to recall militia again and do everything again. But at least it does have double water elemental, which is good. And ultimately I like that he's creeping this camp, because as I said before, this camp is really good. And now I would like him to buy a Shadow Priest, and next a Berserker when it becomes available. You should buy the Troll Shadow Priest immediately, so it starts healing the footman, but he didn't do that, so now he's gonna lose a footman for nothing. He also lost a militia, so very poorly execution here, and very poor execution. Don't tell me that he loses the third footman as well. Okay, changes the aggro, saves the footman. But now he's down to 2 footies, while green, purple has got 4 footmen already, tech going, and blue isn't attacking yet. So even though blue teched, crapped the juicy Mercamp, he's not teching and he's not expanding, so I would say purple is actually ahead. He does have healthy footmen, because he didn't lose them to creeps. He does have a tech going, and is directing himself towards the gold mine, which I think is a golem. No, okay, it's a null overseer. Good. Okay, so blue is indeed expanding, so now it makes sense, yeah. Because he didn't tech, so he wanted to expand. It's just a very, very late expansion. Too late, in my opinion, but it's 700 MMR, so everything can work. And then again, you can see, why don't you hire the fucking Shadow Priest? There is absolutely no point creeping the Merc camp if you don't hire the Mercs. The only reason you do the Merc camp is to get the levels and to hire the mercenaries, because they are imba. Now he has no way to heal, and if a purple was a decent player who scouts, he would just come here, kill all the peasants and GG. And right click the gold mine, kill the gold mine, GG. That's what I would do. But of course, because purple isn't even scouting, then blue can get away with this mistake. And by the way, his archmage does have double claws, but he sold one claw to get regen and clarity potion, which I don't really like. I mean, I don't like that he sold the claws, because the claws are imba. They can win you the early game. Okay, purple does have double claws as well, and he's not expanding because he's going double sanctum, so he's going for a big push. I would like him to grab a regen scroll now, pump up the mana as well, and then just push, but he didn't scout. So maybe Pizzataxi will be able to gain some time here by counter, by aggroing purple and buying time, distracting from his own expansion. He's now teching. It does have a lot of lumber pills, which is good. Only 4 here, but he's making the 5th one. I would like to see an arcane tower, probably even 2, since it does have the wood. And this is a good play. It's good what he's doing right now. It's attacking to buy time for himself. And purple is out of position. Purple is playing this really bad now, because he crept nicely, but it didn't scout the expansion. He's playing completely blind, and he's just creeping. You never want to creep with Archmage level 3. Once you get Archmage level 3, you just go and attack either the main base to get some peasants or the expo. The blacksmith gets cancelled, and he doesn't even have a second hero. The MK should be out already, or the panda from the tavern. So this is extremely good for Pizzataxi, who's buying a lot of time for himself. Oh my god, he's going for an expansion with tier 2 with 1 peasant only. So he has AFK peasants in base and is power building with 1 peasant. And he doesn't have a second hero. And I don't even know what the fuck is going on here, because blue and purple is absolutely obnoxious to cast. Especially the footman, you can't distinguish who is who. But looks like purple is getting wrecked. The Archmage gets obliterated, survives with 7 HP and the TP. But the question is, how is he going to heal Regen Scroll? But 1 attack and he's gonna be dead. And he dies to the footman. GG. I don't think purple can recover from this. Of course, the game is not over if it was 1 base versus 1 base, because there's the MK. He could call militia, but the problem is that blue has an expansion and purple doesn't. And soon blue is gonna be tier 2. He's gonna get his own MK. He can muscle up a huge army. Does have almost 2k gold, but the bolt reaches the Archmage, and the Archmage doesn't die because he has a TP. And the water elemental from Pizzataxi is killing priests here. Of course, purple is a little bit too slow to use the dispel. I don't even know if it does have dispel. No, it doesn't, because the priest is initiate. So purple is completely lost in this game. He forgot to skill dispel, and his MK was too late. He's still building the expo with 1 peasant. He doesn't have gold, he's completely broke. He has 37 gold, blue has 2k gold. But this should be like the easiest win ever for blue. And also blue has shown to have more understanding of this game, because he expanded very badly, very late, crept awfully, but at least he knew that after you expand you need to push. While purple didn't show any game understanding, because he didn't scout, and he mispositioned his Archmage. He went creeping when he was level 3, which tells me that he's a lower player, which tells me that not only, of course, blue does have an advantage, but he might also be the better player. So I don't think... I would say that purple now has like 2% chances of winning this game, maybe 1% chances of winning this game. Like, he should not be able to win this game anymore. Even if